At night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah. I think that we've all had enough. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
Nobody is coming to save you. Get up. Be your own hero.
That's right. Be your own hero, man. Be your own hero. There are no good guys in government coming to save you from government. Not at all. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind. Still recovering from a massive bong hit, which is a necessity prior to these broadcasts, of course. So let's give a quick shout out to everybody that's in the audience. Oh, listen, we're still going to do it. We're going to show about the Federal Reserve cartoon. I want everybody to see this. It's really a great one. And if you got kids when we show it, clip this. I'll put the link to it. Show your kids. They'll get more out of this than they'll get out of 2 years of school. I'm not kidding you. So we're going to be showing that. I'll give a quick shout out here in a minute to everybody that's in the comment section, our viewers out there. I want to welcome our people over on Rumble. I don't know how many I've got over here yet. Let me take a look real quick. It looks like I've got Twilight Night. I got 5 people watching, but just 1 in the chat. Be sure you hit that thumbs up, share, subscribe this, and let's get it out. And let's take a look and see who we've got here in our chat. I see Nikki Duncan just showed up. Bing, bing, bing. We got Angela Baby Carson with us. How you doing, sweetie? We got our lovely Jehovah's daughter, Barbara. She joined us on the panel last night. Brian Stavely with his new Boss stools. He's got new Boss stools that he bought for his new digs. He's loving it. His new swinging bachelor pad, I guess. We got Eugene 12 has joined us as well. Tobin Schwing, Nikki Duncan. Good to see you all. Let's see. Chicago Cubby Bear. I see you. Stacy Jones. Saddlebum. I'm here with my friend Johnny from town. So he's just hanging out and listening to some of the stuff. He brought a fellow over here the other day and we talked, and I guess From what I understand, I just blew his fucking mind. So Sean Hawkins is yellow. Yeah, we're going to talk about that because quite an email exchange. So let's see, no longer on the ball with us too. Let's see. I think I got everybody. Mike Finnan, I see up here. I'm going way up. Yellow Spider Guy. Hell yes. We like the Yellow Spider Guy. And all of you wonderful people. We got Kevin C joining us tonight too. How are you doing, Kevin? Let's give everybody, let's give him a round of applause. So how you doing tonight, Kevin?
Pretty good. I'm still alive.
All right. Well, that's saying something, man. Every day is a new day. It's a miracle when you open your eyes in the first place, because when you take in all the wonder of the world that's before you, the miracle's just beginning for each and every day, I think, you know.
Amen.
We lose sight of the gratitude we should have for that, you know. Oftentimes we lose sight. We get too focused in on those dots, you know.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of self-searching like that. I've been attituding Matt, you know. I've been watching that real close. It's like, I mean, if we are in the day, you know, I mean, it's time to start watching our P's and Q's.
Hold on 1 second here. I'm going to change this tab over here too, so that just real quick, so that I'm in the right place for what we're going to talk about. So as you all know, I had challenged Sean to a structured debate on modern day debates. He had accepted. I went through all of the necessary steps to set it up. And immediately within 10 minutes of that email, because of course I included him in the email chain, he's already coming on with, I'm not going to debate you, blah, 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 this shit. Now, if you're modern day debate, how are you going to, let me see, how do I show this entire thing? Oh, no, that's the wrong one. My bad. There it is. Okay. All right. So what you can see, I'm going to go ahead and plus size this real quick. So let me share. All right. So their requirements that they had listed stated that they want a short video so they can see how your camera and video quality and shit like that is. So I included a link to one of the debates that was here on this channel. I said, as per your requirements, I'm listing everything asked. I would like to debate Sean Hawkins, and I listed his YouTube channel here that's hyperlinked, whose email is, and then I put that. Okay, so it said also state your claims, what you have, what it is, right? I said my position, that's what they're asking, what your position was. I said my position is that the globe Earth is scientifically impossible for the following reasons, and I state, 1, a fluid pressure system cannot exist without containment. 2, water will not conform to the outside of an object and assume the shape of an object. 3, NASA is a fraudulent entity that provides fake green screen videos and models purported to be real. Number 4, globe Earth is a Luciferian inversion of reality. And number 5, of course, according to all observations and experiences, the Earth is a stationary level topographical plane contained within a dynamic fluid pressure system. And I was also to include a profile sideway picture that they could use in the thumbnail. So I produced one from each side, give them a choice, whichever side they want to put me on, right? Immediately, 10 minutes later, see, that was sent to Modern Day Debates at 2:34. And at 2:44, Sean says, I'm not interested in another MDD dumpster fire. Now, wow, that's cool. Call the potential host platform a dumpster fire. Okay, see, I think he did this on purpose. He did this on purpose so he can say, oh, well, it never got set up, blah, 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 blah. No, I did everything that was needed for there. If you wanted to talk about other shit or whatever else during the debate, that's all well and good. That's my position. And anyone who's ever watched my channel knows that that is my position. Okay. So he said, I'm not interested in another MDD dumpster fire. David has the claim that the earth is flat and stationary. Okay. Level stationary plane? Absolutely. We'll go with that. What's the problem? Either he brings a map, a model, and measurements for his measurably flat earth. I'm not really interested. Now, your modern day debate. This is who this email chain goes through, right? And he says, how many debates have been done on MDD where the globe side presents evidence that the flat side just whines about and they don't like about the science and reality while never presenting a shred of it, blah, blah, blah. 2 hours of nuh-uh is boring and tedious. So unless David plans on having an actual debate, I'm not interested. We can have the actual debate. So I just responded. I said, nice cop out. I knew you would find a way to puss out because you know you cannot prove your silly globe. I will be sharing this email exchange tonight. Do what you got to do, coward. There it is. Okay. So what does this mean? If I were MDD and I read that from the proposed opponent that I'd requested to debate, I would take it as he's not interested in a debate. Okay. We're not going to sit here and have a parlay on shit. It's a structured debate. My claim is that it's a level stationary plane contained within a dynamic fluid pressure system. Okay. There it is. Refute it. Let the audience decide once it's over. But you won't even let it get that far. You stirred for 10 minutes and typed out that shit knowing that, okay, so now if you're really willing to debate and you really want to talk about maps, fuck you. I'll talk about maps all day goddamn long if you want to. Okay? I'm not worried about talking about maps. But you will be by the time we get into the conversation. I can guarantee you that. All right? So now, in lieu of a possible, but not very probable, response back from modern day debate, I would suggest that if you want to continue this or even start to save face, that you go ahead and you go through the process of setting it up. Okay? Because I already did all that. I already did everything I needed to do to set this thing up that you said you wanted to do, and you're already backing out of it. So I'm sorry, man. Nobody's buying your fucking excuses as anything other than the fact that you are nothing more than a crackhead coward. Okay? You can't logically debate your position because you don't have one. Not one that's logical anyways. And when it's put down to scrutiny, you know that it won't carry any weight. So that being said, that's the latest on the Sean Hawkins debate. Now, I understand me challenging Sean Hawkins was pretty much low-hanging fruit. Several people have pointed that out to me. Don't you feel like you're picking on the retarded kid? And I'm like, hey, he's mouthy, you know? Let's hear what he's got to say. But he won't because he has nothing. We've all watched his material before. His rebuttals are nothing more than just, science denier, fucker, and stupid shit like that. So, Sean, you're just a loudmouth, bro. You're just a loudmouth. Flatoid's right. You're just a fucking loudmouth. So, anyway, that being said, now I have to.
You feel better now?
I do. I just thought I'd get that out. Some people saw the video I made earlier. The video shows the email exchange as well.
Yeah.
And
you had to poop around it. You had to poop around it.
But we catch a few more people on here that haven't seen it, and there's rebroadcast, and I want to make sure. Look, so if somebody's later going, whatever happened to that debate you were going to do with Sean Hawkins, I can say, refer to this video. He pussed out. It's real easy. There's the email. I haven't made anything up, right? That's from your email address to me, and of course, Modern Day Debate, I guess. What the fuck? So I don't know what you're doing.
Sounds like Modern Gay Debate.
He might have thought that's what it was. No. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Renee. I'm not wanting to be the middleman either. That's why I said, let's just go ahead and do this. You know, no, he's got to go in there and be a little child about it. He can't just come on and present his evidence and refute the any claims or support any of his own claims. So we're not too worried about it. You know, Sean makes women put the lotion on its skin. Yeah, I was kind of thinking along those same things. Let me see. Is that the secrets of the federal? Wow. Even though I just did a search for this the other day. Hang on, I mistyped something. It's still hiding it. Oh, there it is. Secrets of the Federal Reserve cartoon. Goddamn. All right. So let's see. This is what I wanted to show y'all. Hopefully it's a good copy. I'm pretty sure it is. Let me cut into it real quick. Okay. So this is something that I suggest, and we'll stop this from time to time as we go through it. It's a pretty good story, showing how the banking system has gotten to where it's at right now, how it was conceived, and how they've been faking us for many moon. many moon, Johnny. They've been fucking everybody right in the ass. Right in the ass. And of course, they've come to the point where they own tyrants. And so if you have kids, show them this. I'm going to put let me do something real quick.
Clips on this now.
This is, I'm going to copy this, and we're going to put this in the description, in the chat, and I'll end up putting it over in the description of the video too. Let's go over and do that right now. Go over to my content, live, this one, and I'll put Federal Reserve. All right. So this has been around for a while, probably about 15 years. I remember seeing this, I think, way back in the 2010, 2011, something like that. Maybe a little later, maybe 2013 or so, when the Federal Reserve, I went to an End the Fed rally in Washington, D.C., and this was going around, I think, then. I remember seeing it on YouTube, and I was like, oh my God, this is fantastic. People need to they need to show this in school. So actually it's the collapse of the American dream explained. So with no further ado, let me bring this up. And as I said, we'll stop it periodically to add commentary. Am I the only one who doesn't know who this guy is? Who? Sean Hawkins? You don't know who Sean Hawkins is? That what we're talking about? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. You're not missing anything, Mrs. Tribune. Trust me, you're not. This guy is bottom of the barrel. All right. He's just a loudmouth, basically. So this is called The Collapse of the American Dream Explained.
The American dream. There's a reason they call it a dream. Who's there? Cock-a-doodle-doo, pal. no, 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 no! I don't have any more money! My job sucks right now, please! I'll have more money next month! You can't take my house!
Is that your signature?
Oh, okay, well, just help me work something out, okay? I mean, you said I'm a good credit guy, right? I mean, hey, wait! My dog is in there! No, don't take my dream! Oh, how did this happen? Hardman? Is that you?
Been a long time since the 4th grade.
Is that a time machine?
There's no need to concern yourself with my stunning accomplishments. Best get in. There's not much time.
I gotta go down to the bank and get my life back. They took everything.
Oh, bank ain't gonna help you now. Towel in the trunk. Extra set of balls. Put them on. You're gonna need them.
You're gonna get my dream back?
No, pal. You are. I'm here to show you how.
Submitted for your approval. 1. First National Bank. What is a bank, you ask? A curious place where both space, time, and irony exist. And yet, don't.
You gonna be doing that the whole time?
Pay attention, pile. Exhibit A. Those who have come to deposit and safely store their earned monies. Exhibit B. Those who need to borrow said money for purposes unknown.
Hey, that's me!
Ergo, Exhibit C. The bank only has so much money in the vault to lend out to people such as you.
Hey, that's the guy. He took my house.
Really screwing my vibe here, pal. Space-time continuum. He can't hear you. Just let me narrate. Now, where was I?
So you see, by the time he got to you, Pile, his bank was out of money.
But he gave me lots of money and charged me a lot of interest.
Yes, that's the only way banks make money, by making debt loans. Debt equals money, Pile. Remember that. Debt equals money. The more loans they make, the more money they make.
What they do is you don't ever get money. You get a line of credit. Okay. And this is based off of money that doesn't exist. And then you pay that money.
You're gonna make it exist.
Right? Plus interest on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's sickening.
But if they don't have any money, then where did my money come from?
You're going to want to take a step back, Pile.
Whoa. No way.
Yes way. And that's nothing.
Hey, buddy, need some money?
They didn't do that.
Oh, they did exactly that, pal. Remember, banks make money by making loans, by selling debt, even to bad credit risks.
And this is why every time they're getting ready to jerk the rug out from under the economy, you'll see a lot of, 0% interest for 24 months and no money down and easy credit. And here's all a credit card offers coming in your fucking mail and shit. See, that's a good warning sign.
Yo, have some money, dude. Just sign here.
Oh my gosh.
They called it free money.
Yeah, that's exactly what my loan guy told me. Free money.
But it ain't free. The worst part was offering money to people who don't even need it. People, pal, like you.
You're right. I didn't need him. I was happy here. I didn't need it. Why's he sad? He's making all that money.
Shh. He's thinking.
Why does that pop like that?
Now wait for it. Now wait for it. Bingo. See, the bank is loaned to everyone in town. But to make more money, they have to loan even more.
More? How much money do they need?
More.
Always more.
Whoa, what's that?
Behold, a black horse riding. Credit card.
Yep. You see how that worked, man? Now everybody back in debt and they've made the money, right?
Wow, look. I mean, it's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. What now?
Now, with Pa with all this money, we might as well party.
Oh, this is awesome. I needed to get my head clear. When I get back, I'm gonna straighten all this out. I just hope Dream is doing okay.
This dog.
I'm going to get you, my pretty.
Do you see that's Ben Bernanke? He used to be chair of the Federal Reserve. He was the chairman of the Federal Reserve. Who is it now? Janet Yeltsin or Janet? Yeah.
Yep, he is. I'm sure he is.
There, you put it on his tab. Little something for yourself. Wait.
You know, wait a second, Hartman. I just thought of something. If I got this money from the bank, and the bank got it from the Federal Reserve dump trucks,
Go on.
then where does the Federal Reserve get their money?
Real nice time, ladies. Real nice.
That's a good question. Where does the Federal Reserve get their money from? Right? Yeah, here we go.
Excuse me while I borrow these.
Say, Hartman, why am I wearing a burglar bikini top?
Because no one is allowed inside the Fed. Not you, not me, no American citizen, no duly elected member of our Congress, not the Supreme Court.
Not the Supreme Court?
Not the Supreme Court, not the Justice Department, not the CIA, DIA, FBI, ATF, ATE, NBC, not even G-O-D.
How come the government isn't allowed inside its own building?
Government. Pa, the Fed is a private bank owned by private stockholders. Do not let the name Federal fool you. This place is about as federal as Federal Express.
A private bank?
Yep. And if you think about it, it's just like with federal ammunition, right? That doesn't mean that it's government. It's just a fucking name, right? Be careful. It's it's trickery all the time. Trickery with words and shit.
Private?
Shh. Best to keep your voice down, pal.
This is Ethan, Federal Reserve.
Hey, Heath, Bill here, First National.
Hi there, Bill. How are you?
Good, good. We're running a little low on money.
No problem. How much you need?
Oh, how does 20 million sound?
What?
Excellent. We'll ship it over first thing tomorrow.
Wait, he can just call up the Fed and ask for more money and they give him whatever they want?
No, pal. The Fed don't give the banks money. The Fed loans the banks money.
So you get a loan off of a loan. See?
The banks have to pay it back with interest. Now, come on, time to go.
Wait. I still don't understand. Where does the Fed get their money? I mean, if they're a private bank. You said they're a private bank, right? Okay, so who puts money into the Fed bank?
This is Mel, United States Mint.
Hi, ML. First National needs another 20 millis.
We're already running the presses full steam here, Ethan.
Gotta keep making loans. Gotta keep the money flowing.
All right, you're the Fed. Whatever you guys say. 20 million more by morning.
But I don't get it. What's so wrong about the Fed printing money?
It's not based on anything.
Because it's unconstitutional, pal. Our Treasury is supposed to create our money, but now the Fed controls the printing of America's money. Nobody gets a friggin' dollar that the Fed didn't print. So, they print the money, then they loan it to the government, then they charge the government interest, then the government taxes you to pay for it. Wake up, pal.
God, I don't see what the big deal is.
You know, you're right, pal.
Wait a minute. Wait, I am?
Yeah. I forget how effective they are at keeping you ignorant.
Well, that's okay. Hey, I'm not ignorant.
Do you even know what money is, pal?
And listen, most people don't. They'll go into Google and it'll say it's a means of exchange. Yes, but why? Why is it a means of exchange? What does it represent? Nobody can understand it. And this is where you start running into a problem because a lot of people they talk about, yeah, we could go into a barter system. Well, you'll see what the problem with that is real short. This really exemplifies things well.
In the long, long ago, people bartered. They traded things they had for things they wanted. I'll trade you my raspberries for that there pot pie.
I don't want your berries.
Come on. Wow, those sweet berries.
They're not sweet. They're old, and I don't like berries.
Give me that pot pie! No! As you can see, this bartering situation created some problems. Then one day, a goldsmith walked up and said,
Now, everybody thinks gold is valuable, so why doesn't everybody trade gold for things they need?
a price was set for gold, and now it was very easy to conduct commerce because people could trade gold for all the things they needed.
Harmon! Wow, look at all my gold! Hey, stop them! That's my gold!
Damn thieves!
Say there, Pile. I've got a vault and some guards. I can keep your gold safe for you for a small fee.
Yeah, sure, that'd be awesome.
See? So what he showed there was, yes, we have this, how do you keep people from stealing it from you? It's so valuable. Once you've amassed a bunch, there's going to be a bunch of motherfuckers trying to get it from you, right? So this guy's like, hey, I got a vault. You can put your gold in, right? So put your gold in my vault, and for a small price, I keep it safe for you. Sound good? All right.
See, Pile, this is how the first bank made money.
There you go, Pile. I owe you 100 gold coins.
Okay, great.
Come back anytime and redeem your gold when you want it. It'll be right here in my vault.
Now you're holding the very first paper money, Pile.
Wow, this is great. It all makes sense.
Oh, that's right. It was good. And everybody started using IOUs because everybody knew the IOU was as good as gold.
Wow, this candy is really a good price. 1 IOU. I'm getting some more for later. Hey, wait a minute. It was just 1 IOU. 10 IOUs for chocolate? You can't just raise prices like that.
Oh, the Candyman can.
Oh, the Candyman can. Wait, that is just freaking wrong.
It's called inflation, Pile. It makes your IOUs worth less and less until they are worth nothing. Less bang for the buck. Dollar ain't what it used to be.
But I worked hard and I baked all those pot pies. Now I have to work harder to make less? That's not fair.
Oh, if you think that's not fair, you're gonna love the next part.
What's he doing?
How do banks make money, Pile?
By making more loans?
Oh, that's right. He's good. See, he prints more IOUs without any more gold, loans them out for interest, makes a pretty penny, and nobody is the wiser. Unless everybody wanted their gold back at the same time.
Right.
No. That's my gold.
This is why they always fear a run on the banks. And it's because of fractional reserve banking. This is a problem.
Not anymore.
What are you talking about?
I'd like to redeem my IOUs, please. Thank you very much.
Hey! I want my gold back now! Thief!
Gotta love the bank run, bringing people together. See, they all found out he was stealing, made a run on the bank, and demanded their gold. But as you can see, there ain't no gold to get.
Hardman!
Don't worry, Pile. Back in these times, vengeance will be yours. 3 things in this world you don't do. Never mess with another man's woman. Never mess with another man's ego. And most importantly, you never mess with another man's money. Else, a man will mess with you.
My God! You hung him?
Yes, Pile. Oh, we hung him. We hung him high. And do you know why?
Well, because he was a thief?
Because, Pile, an evil invention was born. Man discovered how to turn worthless paper into gold. Thus was invented the ultimate machine to steal real money and enslave all the nations on Earth.
Do you notice the red shield, the Rothschild logo crest on the faces?
It's alive!
Oh, now come on. You're just being dramatic. I mean, I lost my house, but
What is that? Explain.
A nuclear power plant?
Mm-hmm. Produces lots of electricity and little pollution. An invention for the good of humanity.
Okay, but what's this have to do with...
3, 2.
holy!
Atomic energy. A discovery more powerful than anything man had yet conceived. It can be used for good or evil. Now, unlike Einstein, the goldsmith's discovery has been kept a closely guarded secret. It was never intended for you to see. This discovery is called fractional reserve banking. In the wrong hands, it's more powerful than the nuclear bomb in its ability to completely and utterly destroy a nation who is subjected to its perversion. No. It is time we stop this evil secret and the men behind it. You're being ridiculous. Before America is destroyed forever. Believe it, Pop.
No. I just want my dog back.
Damn it. That's it. I give up. Let them live in chains. No, Hardman. The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants. Thomas Jefferson? Mr. President, how do I get him to understand? As we did, son, remain vigilant. Too many have hidden the truth, and the light of our liberty dims with every passing day. Quickly, take my horse. Show him.
Wait, show me what? Where are we going?
Stallion of Liberty! Right on the hoary wind!
Oh, where are we?
Battle of Waterloo! Hold on, we gotta get through! A money machine! There it is!
Notice it's the same creature feeding the money into both sides.
Hey, is that the same people?
Rich banker men from Germany flying under the banner of the Red Sheet. They finance both sides of the war. We must hurry! That's him, the Red Shield courier! Shoot him!
No, I'm not shooting anyone.
Damn it, Pop!
What?
He beat everyone back with the news of the war and told England that Napoleon won. The Red Shield backers in London pretended that England was doomed and started selling their English stocks. The English went into a selling frenzy to get rid of worthless English money.
But the English won, right?
Of course they won, but it was a trick by Red Shield. They waited until the stocks plummeted to pennies and then bought England back for nearly nothing.
What? They did that? How?
When the English leaders found out, they had no choice but to give themselves over to the Red Shield. Their money was gone and they were slaves to the Red Shield war debt. Since that time, the English have been paying their national taxes directly to the Red Shield private bankers. The people have no idea. But the bankers bragged about what they did to us, laughing at us all the way to the bank.
Why, it's the best business I've ever done. If I can control a nation's wealth, I care not who makes its laws.
If I control a nation's wealth, I care not who makes its laws. Pretty telling, huh? Pretty telling. I would imagine they would have an interest as long as it were someone favorable to their endeavors. You know what I mean?
Oh, is this what Jefferson wanted to show me?
No. Look.
They're in America, too?
The Red Shield banks are here, Pop. Seeking a way to conquer our American dream. A dream you have, Pop. A dream of free men. They tried to take over our country many times and failed because Jefferson and the Patriots vowed to stop the evil tyrants at all costs. By authority of eternal God, he would not let the bankers win again. To preserve our independence, we must not let our rulers load us with perpetual debt. We must make our choice between economy and liberty or profusion and servitude.
Wow.
I place economy among the first and most important of Republican virtues, and public debt is the greatest of the dangers to be feared. It is incumbent on every generation to pay its own debts as it goes.
We must have a central bank to secure this country's finances.
If the American people
ever allow private banks to control the issue of their money, first by inflation and then by deflation, the banks and corporations that will grow up around them will deprive the people of their property until their children will wake up homeless on the very continent their fathers conquered.
Hello, 1933. Hello, 1933.
Jefferson, you're mad. This country will have a central bank.
Who's that? America's first Secretary of Treasury.
Alexander Hamilton?
Not for long. Aaron Burr, Thomas Jefferson's vice president. They didn't take too kindly to our first Sec Treasury. Sweet shot. The first attempt at a central bank only lasted 20 years and we shut it down. But the bankers tried again against Old Hickory President Andrew Jackson.
You are a den of vipers and thieves. I intend to rout you out, and by the eternal God, I will rout you out.
After surviving an assassination attempt, Jackson finally defeated the bank in 1836. When asked what was the greatest accomplishment in his life, Old Hickory replied,
I killed the bank.
And those were his last words.
No, I don't know, man, if that's true that it was his last words. It's pretty dramatic, but it could be. I mean, he saw firsthand what the wrath of going against the banks was in the War of 1812. You know, was he at the Battle of New Orleans, I believe? Yeah, and you know, that was devastating. He saw what it did to his family, to his community, everything else. Is oh, you're not going to let us have this fucking loan shark bank? Well, we'll just send some Canadian troops down to fucking burn Washington. I mean, come on, y'all.
I killed the bank. And with real money backed with real gold, our country experienced the greatest boom in any nation's history. Oh, it was beautiful. But the bankers, greedy for more power and wealth, were concocting their most ambitious plan yet to once and for all take control of the finances of the United States. In 1910, a secret meeting was held at the J.P. Morgan estate on Jekyll Island off the coast of Georgia.
If you get a chance, check out a book called The Creature from Jekyll Island. It goes over this exact thing. Senator Aldrich and all the robber barons, how they met on Jekyll Island in off of the coast of Georgia and concocted the Banking and Commerce Act, also known as the Federal Reserve Act.
This meeting was so secretive, so concealed from government and public knowledge that the 10 attendees used code names.
I am clearly the richest man, so I should be the one to run the super secret central bank. I own all the oil in America. I'm clearly richer than you will ever be, hula girl. I should run the super secret central bank. You're nothing compared to me, Lube Job.
Lube Job was Rockefeller. For litigation purposes, and to avoid litigation, they had to call him Lube Job.
I shall run the secret bank.
Silence!
Supreme Master Leader, I didn't know you were going to be here.
I'm not. Neither are you, dumbass.
Oh, yeah, right. He's so smart.
None of you shall run the bank. We have failed in the past because of openness. This time, the key to success is secrecy. The people must believe that they run the bank.
Yes, brilliant. A sneak attack. What's the plan?
We first create panic, then we show them the solution. With our man in office and well-planned timing, we will have our central bank. And so the people think it is theirs. We shall christen it Federal. The Federal Reserve.
They struck on December 23rd, 1913. When most of our Congress were at home eating fruitcake, these bastards, bankers, presented their treasonous act to their newly elected accomplice, Woodrow Wilson, who had fortuitously already agreed to sign it before he was even elected. Wait, the IRS? I thought we always had the IRS. No, pal. They did this.
to us too.
The Fed now has the exclusive power to print America's money. They loan this money to our banks and our government at interest, putting immediate debt on our own money, printing more and more, so each dollar they print becomes worth less than the one before.
Fucking Santa Claus crashing into the Red Rothschild.
What in the hell is that? That, pal, is how our government now must pay back these debts to the Fed. Your taxes do not go to your government.
They don't?
It's the greatest theft in human history.
But, oh, okay, I mean, I sort of get what you're saying, but it's also confusing. And really, Hartman, I don't see how it affects me at all. If I had more money, none of this would have happened. Hartman? 1955? Wow. What?
Oh boy, here we go right into the Back to the Future shit. Yeah, you're right, Martino. The people that put this out say to distribute it, show it to people, copy it, give it to people and shit. And this is why I say this is great. This should be shown to kids in school, adults. Everybody should see this. I mean, if it gives you at least a rudimentary understanding as to how we've gotten to where we are now. You see, and that's important, and that was the intention behind this being put out.
What are we doing here? Oh, a little bit of shopping. Here, hold this. Gallon of gas, 23 cents. Postage stamp, 3 cents. Ounce of gold, $35. Hot baby. Priceless. Best be getting back.
Hey, Hartman! I need my car, man!
Oh, was that Michael J?
Yeah, he'll be fine. Now, pal, would you agree that you have the same exact things you had in 1955?
Yeah, 1 stamp, 1 gallon of gas, 1 ounce of gold, and 1 home. Wow, we just made a lot of money.
Gotta pay your taxes. Bet it's nice to have made all that money.
Wait, that isn't fair. Now I actually have less money. I can't even go buy the things I just sold.
The IRS and the Fed's inflation work together, pal. They aren't just taxing gain, they are taxing their inflation. You are no richer than you were in 1955. Now, does that sound fair or American to you?
Yeah, but I mean, who doesn't hate taxes? I hate the IRS anyway.
Pal, the higher they make the inflation, the more your money they take. It's thievery. You're not paying taxes on any more. You are paying taxes on the same. And now you have less. They take our property away right in front of our eyes, just like Thomas Jefferson said they would.
What's that?
Oh, they found us.
Each one of those heads of that monster are heads of the Federal Reserve Board. It's pretty funny.
Quick,
Ben
a
Bernanke.
sword. What sword? We don't need your banking machine. I'll condemn you to die, damn it. Die! Pile! Bernanke bogey on my 9. Take him at his knees.
Oh, Lord.
For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence.
What's happening? Where am I?
I believe perhaps you understand now, pal, but you are afraid.
JFK. Hartman, what does this have to do with my house and my dog? Oh, okay, that's enough. I want to go home now.
This is the last president to stand up to the Fed. You must see. On June 4, 1963, President Kennedy signed Executive Order 11110. This executive order empowered the U.S. Treasury to issue real money without the Fed. It would have worked. Kennedy's plan to dismantle the Federal Reserve machine had begun. 6 months later, John F. Kennedy went to Dallas and never returned.
No way. No way they could do that.
The new president, Lyndon Johnson, threw out Kennedy's order. Since JFK, no president has dared confront the secret powers behind the Federal Reserve. They consolidate bigger and
bigger banks, print more and more money, accountable to no one, decimating our nation's wealth for the benefit of a few. Why?
Right.
Why do this? If they hurt us, it hurts the global bankers too. No, Pyle. They are protected. They are too big to fail. But I'm not. Those sons of bitches! Sons of bitches all. The day was cold. The wind sharp and strong. But we were determined. The bankers and their parasites had us vastly outnumbered, but their hubris made them weak. Not like us. Not like this band of immortals we have assembled. We have come to take back our... Hardman? Is that... my dog? Oh, Then the inevitable. The Money Kings could ignore us no longer. They sent an emissary, a cog in their machine of greed to bring about our submission. Hank Paulson.
Hardman, this is blasphemy. We own the corners of the earth. It is futile to challenge us.
Oh, I've seen that look before. That of a predator taking in the scent of its prey. Bold, fearless, the look of a free man.
You have come far, Hardman. Farther than most. Be smart now. Join us. We will bring you money, power, everything you want. You can be one of us. If you will kneel.
You ain't getting on his knees. Fuck this shit. Took his dog, man. We got some John Wickness going on here. This is kind of like... He remembers fond memories of him and his dog at the Mud Wrestling Championship. He has questionable morals. Taking in all that inspiration, thinking about it all.
Madman. You're a madman. We're offering you everything. What do you think this is? This is America!
So, what did you think of that, Kevin? Did we lose Kevin?
It's pretty intense.
It is, man.
Pretty on the point, though.
It really, it should piss people off if they really understood how hard they're getting fucked. They really, it would not be just casually lounging about, you know, they would actually be taking steps to do something about this. And I think that one of the biggest steps is awareness. You know, we just take things for granted. Oh, it's tax season, blah, 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 blah. You know, do you know why it's tax season? Do you understand what's actually happening? You know, you are obviously signing papers from institutions that you have no idea what they're actually about. And this is I think is a great way to spread awareness. I want to thank moderators who put this in the chat. That was great. I put it also in the description of the video. I haven't put it on the backup yet because I have to switch over accounts to do that with, but that's okay. I'll get it over there. I'll end up.
But that was a pretty informative little piece of information there. That was like, I mean, it started from the beginning of the buggery and it ended when the end of the buggery, where we're at now.
Right. And we are at that point right now. I mean, I think people are getting about fucking sick of it. And you know, one of the big gluts that we have, think of all the fucking money that's wasted where they're tricking you, all the money they steal from you to give to NASA. And oh, look, that's so that we can go to space. That ain't what they're using that fucking money for. They're using it for shit against us. They're using it to develop shit that's against us, to lock us down harder and to surveil us more, to control us, even to kill us. I mean, for crying out loud, man. See, look, I love these people. I'm a NASA rocket scientist. My wife picked this up for me down in Florida.
That's awesome. I want to know where you got that hat, man. I want one of them hats.
You can get these on Amazon. Greg B, who's in the chat, he got his from Amazon. Yeah, they got it. Put it in there.
I'm gonna go searching then. That's all there is to it. I'm getting one.
Oh yeah, man. It's not hard. Yeah, so I was seeing some other shit coming around about this Sean Hawkins thing, and it's funny. He's got some little fanboys that are, oh, you should bring a map or anything. I said, I don't have a problem bringing a map, and then I can usually explain why we have no accurate maps. Does that mean that the Earth's a globe with water on it and a pressure system of gas with no fucking container? No, it doesn't mean that at all. It means that someone that's not you or me made maps. That's what it is. So okay.
Well, somebody made the first original map, Dave, and that first original map was flat, like the same things they got out in front of NASA, for Christ's sakes.
Well, yeah, and it's all, you know, we already know. Yes, okay, so it was like rich people, not me or you, people in power who were able to afford to have cartography done and map out the whole world. But does this fool actually think that people are using a world map for navigation for some reason?
No. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the whole point about it. That back in the day, they actually had to navigate via, you know.
Well, they had charts. They have they have maps of various sections. Okay. Nobody's using a world map for navigation, right? You're never going to open up a fucking Gleason's map out of your glove box and see how you're going to get from Toronto to Indianapolis, for instance. Okay. Why would you? What would you? Maybe you'd have a globe in your glove box that you pull out to figure out how you're going to get from Toronto to Indianapolis. Okay.
That's not going to work, Dave. Damn it. Come on. That's not funny.
You know, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
You're the best in somebody's poor mind out there. They're going to go, what? I've been looking at maps all these times and I couldn't get no damn globe out to get to Toronto.
You're supposed to put it around a ball or some kind of thing. So what you do is you measure it flat and then mathematically bend it. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So here's what he had a response he put up. Maybe I'll play mine first. Well, I've already given you my side as to everything, but this is the video that he put up. I'll go ahead and play it.
So what did SSUM, Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind, say to me in his challenge to debate him? Was put up or shut up.
Yep.
I think that's what he says every time.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll debate you. You've got to bring a map, a model, and measurements of your flat Earth. That's my stipulation for debate. If you can't do that,
well, here's what you'd have to do too. You would actually have to verify and prove your measurements. Okay, you can spout all the shit you want to on your pretend ball. Well, you're actually going to have to prove those. And I'm not saying through a map actually prove the distance, because we already know that the maps are not accurate, right? So I don't know what you're fucking asking about maps for.
That, then saying put up or shut up is sort of being hypocritical, isn't it?
Not at all.
You're afraid to put up, so you just shut up, claim burden of proof reversal fallacy, saying you don't have the burden of proof to back your claim.
Fallacy. That's what he is.
No, what he's saying, listen, I'm not the one coming out with a specific size, shapes, and distances of shit. Okay. I'm not the one doing that. You claim a globe roughly 24,000 miles in circumference. Okay. I say that that's roughly the size of what we call the equator. I'll agree with that. Is it in the shape of a ball? No, that's dumb. Is it the halfway point of a ball? No, it's not. Okay. That doesn't mean that at all. So if you want to know how far is it from the to the Tropic of Capricorn, so what are these three demarcations that we have on a map on a map? What are those three demarcations for? Well, that's the sun's extreme south, midpoint, and extreme north. That's it.
Yep.
That's all that's what those represent. Now, what's beyond any of that? Fuck, I don't know, man, and neither do you. Or you can claim you know, because you've been told this shit, but how do you really know that? How do we even really know that the equator or any of these fucking things are actually right? We don't. Okay? So what we do know is this. We know that there is no movement. Even Einstein, if you view him as a clown or not, he's highly purported as the authority on these things, stated that there's no way to, through any observations or experiment, to tell if the earth is moving. Okay? He said this fucking shit. So I don't know where you're getting this. Okay? So we're not moving. The constellations being constant prove this. The constellations being clockwork show that we're not doing all these crazy fucking motions of going around a sun and zooming at millions of miles an hour and all this other shit while everything's expanding and all this other nonsense. It's all just mind fuckery. Okay. We don't have that. We don't see that. Secondly, we know that you cannot have any kind of gas pressure without a container. I'm sorry, babe. It just doesn't work. And just because you mathematically project it out to zero doesn't mean it does that in reality. I don't know what to tell you about it, Sean, but you scrambled for an excuse to get out of this the minute it was challenged to you. So if you've got that, bring that shit up about a map or whatever the fuck you want to on a debate. I don't care, because I'm going to be bringing up shit regarding your claim of a globular Earth in space. All right, I don't have to list every fucking thing I'm going to ask you about.
Deflection, denial, nuh-uh. That's all you have, man. So put up or shut up. Bring a map, a model, and measurements to the debate, or it won't.
Is it just me, or does he really look like one of them fucking monkeys or something? I mean, I'm not trying to pick on the dude, but I mean, for real, this guy looks like some kind of a simian.
It won't progress past that, man. Again, like you said, SSUM, put up or shut up.
Okay. Well, I am putting up.
I like his ignorant. I like his ignorant. I don't know, nickname for you, SSUM. That's gay.
Well, that's my. If you put in at SSUM 3690, and that's the abbreviation for Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind.
Your name is Dave. He could be a human being and call you Dave. He is not human. He is subhuman.
I would say. But the bottom line, we've all seen the email exchange. He declined the fucking debate. So this means that Sean is a pussy. Okay. I don't want to hear you anymore, Sean. I don't want to hear any more out of you. Okay. You are nothing. Okay. That is nothing. You're nothing. Nobody cares. You bring nothing to the table. You're just a loud mouth, Sean. You are just a loud mouth, and you're a one-trick pony. Okay. So I don't know what you got there, bud, but I know it was kind of going after low-hanging fruit. I was surprised that you accepted at first, but I wasn't at all surprised that you declined immediately. Less than 10 fucking minutes. Okay. Now, easily through in a debate, you could say, oh, do you have a map or measurements of this? And then I can give my rebuttal to that question or provide whatever it is you're looking for. Okay. It's not a requirement. Okay. You're not anyone special. Okay. Secondly, it's Modern Day Debates platform. And I don't think that calling their show a dumpster fire is really, real cool. I don't know.
I thought you was talking about your platform, not that other one.
No, he was calling Modern Day Debates a dumpster fire. Yeah. So
that's not a very nice thing to say to somebody when you're trying to be a center of a podcast and to have people follow you.
He knows that. He doesn't want the debate to happen. That's why he responded in the email the way that he did, and then tried to save face by saying, oh, well, here's what really happened. No, shut up. It's just like when he lies and says, all I did was go over there and say hello in the chat. When have you ever seen that monkey face motherfucker ever say hello in the chat? Never.
I've never seen that. I've never watched his chat, so I've never seen him.
No, he shows up in my chat. He shows up in my chat, Kevin.
Well, I haven't seen him. So.
No, he didn't show up tonight. He won't.
I haven't seen him in a while.
So I'm anxious to see how he touts satellites once he gets his HughesNet. Yeah, he's going to get HughesNet. He said he was using dial-up, and now he's going, and he was paying, what did he say? He was paying $90 a month for fucking dial-up?
What?
Yeah, man.
That doesn't exist.
Yeah, and then, so now he's going over to HughesNet. And listen, I lived in a rural part of California, and we had to get HughesNet. Right. At one time we ended up getting something better, but that shit sucks. It sucks bad. It's really, yeah. He's not going to be happy with that, but hey, it's from satellite. Okay.
Well, what happened to the, like, Elon Musk, Starlink?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe you can't afford that. I don't know what it is. I'd rather rely on something that's very stable, like fiber optics. Yeah,
there you go. Something solid. You mean something that's not imaginary.
Yeah. So instead of relying on some kind of a fucking shitty signal. Listen, HughesNet blows, Lisa. I had it when I was first in California. We had it, and I was like, no, this is the worst, man. I mean, my toaster got better internet signal than that shit did. I mean, for real. I wasn't even, it's not very good. Well, I don't know. Not everywhere has cable. Just about everywhere does nowadays. I can tell you that. They've pretty much linked up just about everywhere. But if you live way out, or you're maybe to live way far away from society because of your status within society, I don't.
Yeah, because you got tagged for some kind of weird scandal. We'll call it a scandal.
Kicked you out of the village, man. You're no longer allowed to live in the village with the real people.
No, because they're assholes and they don't like to talk right.
Yeah, man. Wow. So yeah, that's to find that interesting that he'd try to go that direction with this dumb shit. And of course, nobody's gonna buy that at all. So once again, just another loudmouth. I see everybody talking about Owen Benjamin in the chat. I have a clip from him because here's something you got to understand too. People from everywhere are able to say things that are true, right? It doesn't mean you got to throw the baby out with the bathwater. So I find some of the information he comes up with interesting. Do I think he's unscrupulous? I'm starting to think that way. Have been for a little bit now, watching some of the behaviors and hearing about some of his interactions with others. I can see it. But there again, I'm open. And if somebody offers up something that's good information, I'll listen. So I was going to play this real quick. There's his big old face. There's your boy, Rasta.
This is the absolute proof. And you never have to say another thing about it. What people forget is that it's not a circle around the sun. Even if it was a circle, it'd still be impossible. But it's an ellipse, which means that it changes speed. And unlike the evolution lie, where you can just keep adding billions of years, but the billions and billions of years, but it's 1 year. That's a fixed amount of time and a fixed amount of speed. The length of Earth's trajectory around the sun is 940 million kilometers. Thus, the Earth travels about 107,000 kilometers per hour. This means that our planet moves around the sun at an average speed of 30 kilometers per second, or Mach 88. 88 times the speed of sound. So let that sink in. Earth speed, this is the kicker. Earth speed is not constant as the Earth orbits elliptical orbit. Let that sink in. If you're going 66,000 miles an hour and you change 1% of your speed, and in this model it's significantly more than 1%, well, you wouldn't even feel it. No, just listen. It's a fixed amount of time. It's 1 year. If you change 1%, that's 660 miles an hour. That would liquefy all flesh. If you change 1 mile an hour, I challenge you to walk on a treadmill at 1 mile an hour and tell a friend to randomly unplug it. You will trip and you will fall down. I challenge you to hold a coffee that's full to the brim as you drive down the street at 60 miles an hour. Just tap on the brake to go 59. The coffee will spill. When you're going 88 times the speed of sound and you have to change speeds, you would feel it. Now, even if the psychotic people going through the stages of mourning want to say, oh, no, but you go 1 mile an hour to 0.97 miles an hour, you would be able to measure it. Can't have it both ways, guys.
It would definitely be a noticeable increase and decrease, especially at those speeds, man. That's fucking nuts. And while going in a circle, no, I'm sorry.
Not only would you can do the math on it because the ellipse is fixed and the time is fixed. 1 year. And you can check out the math of the ellipse. There's a change of speed every year. At minimum, twice a year, at minimum. The way an ellipse works, zoom, zoom, okay, you can break that down into any fraction you want. It's still one fixed year. Not only would you feel it, it would kill you, but forget all that. You could measure it. You can measure it. And if you don't think you can measure a change in speed, you're lying. Look at a swimming pool. Look at any water. If you just go like this, ripple, ripple, ripple. My ladle's overflowing. Yeah, it's over. Guys, this heliocentric model is over. The Earth changes speed going around the sun at Mach 88. And that's why they sent in Einstein to say, oh, it's all relative. No, it isn't. If you're going 66,000 miles per hour and there is any change whatsoever in speed, you would feel it.
Yep.
Forget about 1,000-mile-an-hour spin, how you couldn't operate a plane, or you couldn't forget. Just this is it. You need no more explanation. If you're going 1, not 66,000, 1 mile per hour, and it goes to 0, from 1, you would trip. And listen, I'm not here to, I've heard the arguments. I hear the arguments all the time. I could read you hundreds of them, of cognitive dissonance, of people being like, one of the biggest things you'll hear is anger. They're going through the stages of grief. I don't know if you realize that. That's what it is. I deal with this all the time. It's one reason why my band hammer is so intense. It's grief. They'll get mad at me. They'll say, "You, sir, how dare you?" I mean, it's so easy to understand. Even an idiot could. LOL. I mean, inertia and vortex. Man, that's grief. And then they'll bargain. Well, it could be that it just keep, and then depression. Well, what do we do now? I mean, my whole childhood. Just stop. It's not that big a deal. It's more beautiful that it isn't spinning endlessly around the sun. It's way better. It has 1% of speed change, which is, it's way more than that in the given ellipse in the given year. You can't change the numbers. The calendar year is set. The rotation is set. So you can't do what they do in evolution. Say, well, in 20 billion years, a hurricane can just create a Ferrari. No, you can't just keep adding years. 1 year, 1 ellipse, change in speed. How do you not measure it? How do you not feel it? How do things not fall over? We're talking about Mach 88.
I mean, you can't really argue with that. And it's interesting with the treadmill because you're really not walking all that fast when you actually stumble and fall, but you still carry that momentum forward and you can hurt yourself pretty fucking bad.
This is
I never could get around all these motions, and it didn't take long for me to wonder, well, wait a second. You mean all these constellations and shit must be going exactly the same as we are, or how could we possibly see them? I wondered that early on, and I don't know how I never could reconcile that. And you listen to their idea of it expanding, and that's why it goes, well, how come they're not getting further apart, man? Oh, because they're moving away as fast as they are moving apart from each other. And I'm thinking, what the fuck, man? Okay, another big, huge damn coincidence that I'm supposed to just arbitrarily believe in, Can
I get a trick or treat to go, please?
Right? Just arbitrarily go with this dumb shit, This was a kind of an interesting little exchange on the electric sun, but I think I'll save that for another night. Some pretty crazy stuff about that if you get into this whole electric universe theory, which I'm fully on board with, and everything is run through electricity. Everything is it's electromagnetic, man. Everything that we have, that's electricity. Static is what holds everything together, man.
If you want to talk if somebody wants to talk, smack about gravity, I mean, I would believe that we would be more inclined to find a better relationship with electromagnetics and gravitics and all that before we would ever come up with a gravity constant theory of dumb shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean?
See, by keeping that assumption with no proof, then they can ascribe this quality to other objects in the celestial objects that they really have no idea about. Oh, you see this going around that, or it looks like it's going around it. That's because of gravity. Well, how do you know that? Well, because the math works. So you made a mathematical thing to describe what you're seeing. And that's proof of what? Right?
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. Go ahead.
Oh, I just don't see why they they have such a, I mean, their models that we're dealing with right now are so far fetched now. I mean, with the constants of our science and everything's advancing the way it is. I mean, I don't know how long they think they could have kept it off. How long were they going to hide it? I mean, it's been like this for like 300 years.
Well, they really didn't make a big, huge, hard push for it because we still had detractors. The Gleason's map is a flat Earth map. Okay. It's not taking a globe projection. I think, what's the guy's name? I'm trying to look here. J.S. Christopher, on the production of J.S. Christopher, Modern College, Blackheath, England. And, it was designed as a flat earth map. And it's pretty damn accurate, as far as what maps are. But there again, you're going by Cartesian coordinates that were not made by you, that were, I'm sure that this guy, J.S. Christopher, didn't go around and map all the coastlines and shit himself and get all these survey readings or any of that. He worked off of data that was already there, you see. And this is all we can do as far as maps are concerned, is work by data that's already been so-called established.
Well, just like the stupid crap that we were watching the other day when they're showing those documents where it's saying, in the flight, the airport, and pilots, manifest and stuff, that they fly an airplane as though they were on a flat level plane.
Sure.
And they've known it forever. Pilots have known it. What do they do? Pull them aside or something like that at the academy and tell them that they can't tell everybody the truth?
Right.
Because they got to know. You can't tell me that a pilot doesn't know that they don't have to go to freaking, Denmark to get to, Hanoi. You know what I mean? It's just like the way that they fly shit so far out. That's really a bullshit story. That's not a true air flight, but I'm just trying to say, they go so many different oddball ways to get to something that it's just a direct flight. And that's the kind of shit that blows me away.
Well, all the flights that have in the South that cross the equator twice to get to their destination, I find highly suspect, right?
Right.
But just because you have the claim of an airplane that's taking some other route in a certain amount of time, does that refute any of the rest of the evidence? Does that refute? No, all it means is we don't know. We don't know enough about this flight in order to concretely. It doesn't mean that it's a ball. Absolutely fucking not, because we still have those basic fundamental problems that they just can't get past. Okay?
Well, you can't tell me that the military doesn't have enough flight time, that they haven't been around not the equator, but I'm talking about Antarctica, all the way around the lip. You can't tell me that they haven't flown all the way around.
They're probably not in one flight.
But they could. We theoretically could do that, though, Dave. Theoretically, they have airships that can refuel up in the air and stuff like that.
Well, it's.
I don't know how many tanks of gas it would take, but how would we figure out the exact circumference of the Earth? Is it, the real circumference of the disc?
I don't know. We'd have to first be able to freely explore. We'd have to have the monetary means and resources to do such a thing. And as I said before, we are reliant upon information that has already been so-called established.
Right.
Right.
Because they don't authorize anything that isn't their bullshit.
Right.
If it doesn't support their theories, it doesn't happen.
Well, yeah, and this is the problem with peer-reviewed bullshit. See, where's your peer-reviewed bullshit? And it's like, wait a second. If you understood how steeped in fraudulence that the peer review process actually is, it's full of nepotism. It's full of political agendas, favoritism. And there again, if it's not following along the standard accepted academic consensus, then it's not considered. You see, all that shit is about getting papers published and shit and making money. It doesn't have anything to do with science whatsoever.
Yeah, that's the thing that pisses me off. It's all about, it's all business. It's all politics and business and buggery.
Yeah, it's bahui is what it is.
Yeah, well, because you're talking about, like, they think that they have to get, in order to get, to get noticed in their professional field of brain surgery or whatever the hell they're trying to get their indoctrinated into, But I mean, so big deal, So if they don't have somebody back in their six, then they're not going to be able to go anywhere in the world, and that's pretty messed up.
Yep. Oh my God, they're trying it again. I'm looking on Twitter here, where they're trying to use that two-dimensional orthographic projection to explain a hyperbolic view of the observer for Polaris. It's fucking stupid. It really is. These people, and I'm gonna fuck with this after I get off here tonight, because I'm gonna fuck with this. This is by Red's. This is put out by Red's Rhetoric. He's full of shit. I hate when they do it. Yeah.
You should put a link to that buggery in the thing. I'll go check it out too.
Oh yeah, it's just like we've explained on here before, where they're using the Euclidean geometry, two-dimensional orthographic third-person standpoint geometry to explain something that is not true to the point of the observer due to our hyperbolic vision. So he's again full of shit. Let me see. I can pull that up. I'll put it in here. I'll copy it. Then I'll paste it right here. So yeah, go over there and bust his shit out about that. I have taught you all. Go over to that tweet and bust his ass over that dumb shit. Please do this. So yeah, I think I'm going to kind of cut it short tonight. I think we've pretty much covered the gambit of everything I wanted to talk about this evening. So it looks like unless wait a second. The FBI has arrested a transgender woman plotting violence against Jews, black people, and allegedly targeting transphobic co-workers with Nazi imagery and stockpile of guns and ammunition. The FBI is so the FBI has arrested a 56-year-old transgender woman. Let me pull this up for you so y'all can see. So the FBI has arrested a 56-year-old transgender woman named Elizabeth Ballesteros West, who lives in Cottage Grove, Oregon.
Shit, that's where I live almost. That's almost where I live. I live in Portland.
Oh my God. So it says West was found with a cache of guns and has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. According to federal agents and court records, West is being held at the Lane County Jail, and the investigation is ongoing, alleging West made threats online to harm or kill Jews and black people, and reposted content about a mass shooting while displaying her own Nazi flag and multiple guns. She also threatened her transphobic co-workers. She was found with 16 rifles, 11 handguns, tens of thousands of ammunition rounds, gun accessories, 48 drawings, and a composition notebook called Black Shadow Journal. Oh, could it be a possible manifesto? I believe that it may be. This is crazy. This is crazy. Look at this. Got a sawed-off shotgun. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Well, that was definitely, I would have to say.
Well, gee, they haven't ever, and they've never planted shit like that on anybody just to keep everybody's mind off of the real shit they're doing. Come on.
Okay, who in their right fucking mind goes on social media,
right,
puts all that shit and does all that without expecting to have a visit? Okay, no one. Okay,
no one. That's why it's shit.
Was this actually a credible threat? I doubt it, or they would not have put it out there like that. If they wanted to do it, listen, if somebody like that wanted to do something like that, okay, they sure as fuck are not going to go and give a warning about it. I am
unzip the fly.
Yeah, I remember the guy reporting about the Canadian fires. What about him? Okay. There it was. I looked at your last comment. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's pretty fucking crazy. But so here's another thing. This is saying an affidavit states that West, a self-proclaimed Nazi dominatrix from hell. So this is her own. Come on, man. Come on. You can't make this shit up, right? So the affidavit states that West, the self-proclaimed Nazi dominatrix from hell, who is tired of the blackening of America and Europe and ready to stand up to the black orcs and Jewish wizards, was first visited by the FBI in September when they received a tip about, right, one of her Facebook posts in which she appeared to threaten her coworkers. From the affidavit, one picture was titled Veil Mistress, the manslayer queen of the underworld. So this is like a fucking crazy person, right? The composition notebook she called the Black Shadow Journal had a first page with the sentence, blood, death, self-torture, self-hatred, wicked thoughts of mass murder at the gloved hands of the veiled mistress, in which she drew a black child appearing to die in a car accident. This is just, I think this is
I'm gonna go out on a limb, Dave, and say that is one whacked human being.
I don't believe this is real.
I don't either. It's probably a bot.
I really don't. I don't believe that it's real. Why would they? I mean, I'm sure there's hundreds and hundreds of nutcases that they end up hearing about on the internet and shit like that all the time. Why was this one of any particular importance that they would put it out into the news cycle? Especially given all the
because she's a trans.
Yeah.
They're trying to invoke that stupid, they're trying to put down the lifestyle or whatever, they're trying to control us again. It's all bullshit.
Yeah, I have to agree. I have to 100% agree. So, yeah. Wow. So what do we got? Anything else going on tonight? I don't think. I think it's kind of a dead night. I'm going to go ahead and start shutting it down here.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, this is good. We've gone an hour and a half. That's pretty cool. Nobody popped up on here. Sean, Tucktail, and Ron.
Well, I've been off work today. They shut my work down. We got freezing rain over here. So.
Oh, they had a Canadian farmer that set the fires. He admitted it. So he was able to travel to all these places at one time and start these fires right where lasers and stuff were at and stuff.
Oh, Jesus. That's fucking ridiculous.
People believe whatever they hear on the news,
Yeah, that's the last thing I do. I do not watch normal news at all whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah,
Every so often
I don't really watch any news. I don't care about anything but the weather.
Yeah. And hell, half the time that's not even right.
Nope.
Yeah.
Well, it's all a guesswork no matter what you do, every bit of it.
Lisa, what the fuck? Who cares about the guy lighting Canadian fires? What are we talking about? I know that this guy didn't run around to every one of those places and start a fire. Okay.
It's impossible. It's physically impossible.
Fucking dumb. He's a fast walker, man. I don't know.
All right, man. Well, peace out. Yo, I'm going to get out of here.
Right. All right. Well,
all right. I got your back. Thanks for doing what you do, man. I appreciate your honesty and your forthcomingness.
Right on, man. You have a good night, Kevin. We'll see you next time.
All right. You too. See you later.
So, yeah, the guy whose video you showed was the arsonist. Owen Benjamin was the arsonist? Are you shitting me? Owen Benjamin was the arsonist. Are you kidding? Holy cow. Wow. All right. Well, as we always say here, Lord loves a working man. Don't trust white. You see your doctor, get rid of him. And by all means, don't tolerate any of their bahooey or their twiddle twaddle or their bug fuckery. Okay. So Y'all have a good night. We'll talk to you next time.